And now on to our other top story tonight.
I was amazed that I could get wrapped up in this because it was such a surprise. It quite frankly blindsided me.
That is racing analyst Derek Daly talking one-on-one to 13 Investigates tonight about a controversy that has two well-known sports names out of a job. Daly is now responding as he and longtime Colts announcer Bob Lamey face scrutiny over a story originally told more than 3 decades ago that involved a racial slur. Now, we broke the story earlier this week when we learned that Lamey resigned after using the N-word at Colts camp. A radio employee who spoke exclusively to Eyewitness News heard him say it and filed a complaint. Lamey later apologized through his attorney and said he was repeating a story while off the air. Now, the man at the center of that story is Derek Daly, and while he's not denying that he used the N-word, he's calling the statements being attributed to him both factually incorrect and offensive. He sat down with our 13 Investigates reporter Bob Siegel to explain what he said.
So, help set the record straight. What was said? You don't deny that you used this word.
I do not deny that I used the N-word, but I think it's really important to understand the context of how it was used. I was new to America. This is the early 80s. 1983, I believe, maybe 84, but I think it was 83. I'm being interviewed by Larry Henry at WIBC talking about the big changes in my career, in my life. I said, I'm now racing in America. I'm with an American team, an American sponsor, an American crew. I said, the only N in the woodpile is me. That was a very commonly used phrase in Ireland, saying, I will be the scapegoat. I will be the one responsible if this doesn't go well. And it's such a commonly used word, I used it and move on. Right after that interview, I was informed by a friend of mine in the city here, Robin Miller, who said, you can't use that word in America, which took me a bit by surprise. He explained the cultural difference in America versus Ireland. I very quickly understood, very quickly got the lesson right there and then, more than 3 decades ago, and have never used it since.
How do we get from that story to the story that's playing out now over the last few days?
So Bob Lamey is recalling what he believes was what he heard on the air back in 1983. He was listening somewhere. Somebody asked him, what's some of the wild things you've heard on the air? He began to give his version of what he believes he heard on the air. The 2 quotes that I've seen in print that he said a racing driver said never came from me. And those 2 quotes were brutal, blatant racial slurs that I never uttered.
In the statement that was sent out, you say that it's offensive to you, that you are now in some ways at the center of the story. Can you elaborate on that? What do you find offensive about this?
I find it offensive that the quotes that were attributed to me are now believed by some people. I'm even more offended by Wish TV going out there with a story that was factually incorrect, that essentially called my reputation into question. I would say emotionally I got a bit numb to it today, and now it's beginning to make sense because more and more people are beginning to understand this was wrong. This wasn't the way it happened. This should never have happened, and that's, I think, a source of encouragement to me that the truth can come out.
Do you think it's ever okay to use that word?
I don't think at any time, anywhere, any environment, any group of people, it is acceptable to use that word. Never.
Now, Derek Daly says he is truly sorry for saying the N-word more than 30 years ago, and it's important to him to have people understand the context. As for Bob Lamey, Daly told us he hopes that Lamey comes through this okay and that he doesn't believe he deserved to go out like this. Now, you can watch Bob's full one-on-one interview with Derek Daly and his response to the racial slur controversy at WTHR.com. We have his statement posted there, too, along with our other reports from this story over the past week.